Anxiety is the vague feeling of dread and apprehension, ranging from mild to panic. The way the body reacts to anxiety is important because in order for the body to adapt, we must have healthy coping mechanisms. But first, we must understand what the body goes through to hopefully adapt to the stressor. An endocrinologist named Hans Seal developed the way that reaction to stress can affect our bodies. It is known as general adaptation syndrome. The alarm stage is the first stage, also known as fight or flight. It is activated by stress and sends signals to make our body aware of the possible danger. The next step is the resistance stage. This is the stage where the body starts to react. The digestive system starts to take in less blood so that the heart can start beating faster, and the lungs take in more air to supply the body to fight. This is when the body can adapt successfully and overcome any of the possible effects that stress has on it and begin to relax. When they cannot adapt appropriately, the exhaustion stage develops. The body during this stage has given all of its energy and the body can no longer keep adapting. Mild anxiety is the first type of anxiety we will see. It is defined as sensations warranting special attention and helps to maintain focus and drive to get things done. Mild anxiety is shown in symptoms such as butterflies or trouble sleeping and is not debilitating whatsoever and is often quite helpful with most situations.
Hi. My name's Abby. I'm a student nurse at the University of Memphis. How are you feeling today?
You know, honestly, nurse, I just have not been able to sleep very well lately, and I'm just very nervous about my test results. Like, what if I have a disease, and how am I going to change, like, the medications? Like, it just is making me feel uneasy.
This patient is able to think about and process what may need to be done. What this patient should do is to help decrease this anxiety is to use a treatment technique called positive reframing. Positive reframing is turning negative messages into positive ones. Here's an example of positive reframing.
You know, honestly, this is just an anxiety attack, and like my heart rate will eventually go down. And like there is a possibility of me having a disease, but I guess I'll just learn how to cope with it and deal with it. Like, it's what it is.
What also could have been used was decatastrophizing. This treatment helps to bring her back to reality. The nurse must talk to the client in a calm voice and ask questions to bring her from her reality back to the present situation.
Now let's start with taking deep breaths. What do you believe is the worst thing that could happen?
Bro, I could die from this.
Do you think that's likely in this case?
Well, now that I think about it, probably not.
Moderate anxiety is next. It is defined as disturbing feelings that something is wrong. People who experience moderate anxiety show outward signs of nervousness, have trouble concentrating, but can still process information if redirected. The person has developed headaches, GI upset, muscle tension, and even dry mouth.
I don't want to go back to school. The kids, they pick on me, they call me names. I can't focus. I don't want to go back to school.
Just try and ignore them, please. Just pretend they're not there. Just go talk to a teacher.
Hey kid, where do you think you're going?
Go to my next class.
Better hurry.
The boy in this scene did not have to run off like this, but because he was not properly taught his coping mechanisms, he did what he usually does. To better cope with this, he should use a coping strategy called assertive training. Assertive training is using an I statement to help identify his feelings and take control over his life. Now watch how he should have reacted to the situation.
Better hurry.
Why do you treat me like that? I feel hurt and upset when you talk to me that way.
Here we have severe panic anxiety, defined as more primitive response to stress and where cognitive symptoms decrease. People with severe anxiety will have trouble thinking and reasoning about information. They will show outward symptoms such as restlessness, irritability, anger, and they will even complain of severe chest pain. Panic anxiety can be shown by fight, flight, or freeze responses and have dilated pupils and increased blood pressure and pulse.
Oh my God, what's happening with my dad?
He just needs some rest right now, and he just needs a little time to
Is
let
he gonna
his body
die?
relax. Oh,
I just
okay,
lost my mom. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Usually, panic and severe anxiety is treated with medication. The nurse should have de-escalated the son, and the goal is to decrease to mild to moderate anxiety so that they can process the information correctly.
Here, come sit here with me real quick, okay? Alright, so your dad just needs some rest right now, and I know you're feeling a lot of anxiety about the unknown, but let's just take a few deep breaths, okay? Through the nose. And out.
In our last scene, we'll be showing how anxiety can actually come out of pure random events. It doesn't need a stressor or a certain event to trigger it.
Hey Brooke, have you given meds to Mrs. Smith yet?
Yeah.
She's always so sweet, isn't she? Everything okay? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I'm just feeling really anxious.
What happened? Did Dr. Jones say something to you?
No, just this past weekend, me and Brian got in a fight, and every time I think about it, no matter where I am, whether I'm laying in bed or at work, it just brings me so much anxiety.
Here, why don't you go and just sit down and take a little break? I'll grab room 2 for you.
Okay, thank you.